Hosmer. I'm a first grade teacher at Allendale Elementary School, and I'm here with a tip for you on how to choose a just right book on your level using the 5-finger rule. First, find a book that you're interested in. Look in your bookshelf, or maybe you could borrow it from a friend. Open up the book to any page, in the middle, anywhere, and read that one page. While you're reading, remember, if you had come to 0 or 1 words on that page that you did not recognize, the book is probably too easy. You can save that for fun. If while you're reading you found 2 to 3 words that you did not understand or you did not recognize, that book is just right for you, on your level. If you had 4 or 5 words that you didn't recognize, or even more than that, that book is just too difficult and you want to save that one for later.
Hey boys and girls, it's Mrs. Cagle from Clovercroft Elementary. I just wanted to remind you all that when you're reading at home, not to forget to practice our 5-finger retell. To identify the characters, the setting, the problem, the events, the beginning, the middle, and the end, and the solution.
Hi, awesome College Grove first graders. It's Miss Fox. As you read this week, use the strategy of rereading to help you understand the words and the meaning of the text. After reading, be a book critic and write your point of view about the book. Be sure to include an opening statement, 3 reasons for your opinion, and a closing statement.
Hey first graders, I'm Miss Caldwell from Creekside, and I want to say hello to all my otters. Remember when we learned about theme in a story? It's the message the author wants you to learn from the text. Sometimes they tell you what the message is, but most of the time you have to figure it out yourself. That's called inferring. So what stories have you read lately, and how can you apply the theme or the message to your life? Snuggle up with something that you love in a quiet place. Find a great book to read. I'm going to finish my tacky books. I wonder what the author's theme is.
Hi first graders, it's Miss Morris here from Evanston Elementary. I'm going to teach you how to play a game called Mix It, Fix It, and it's a great way to practice spelling your sight words. We're going to work on the word where, like where is my shoe, or where is my mom. So I've got my letters here to spell the word where, W-H-E-R-E, and now we're going to mix the letters up to where they're all scrambled, and then I'm going to quickly fix it as quickly as I can to spell the word where, W-H-E-R-E. Mix it and fix it. If you don't have magnetic letters at home, you can simply write the letters on a white piece of paper, cut them out, and you're good to go.
Hi friends, Miss Lampley, first grade teacher at Fairview Elementary.
Are you guys ready to read?
What did you say? Did you say yes?
I can read with a buddy.
I can read on my bed.
Get upside down.
In the bathtub.
I can read pictures around my house.
I can practice on ABCR.
I can even read short stories on Freckle.
Hello friends, Miss Sullivan here from Westwood Elementary. My family has been reading lots of books lately. One of our favorite books is Peanut Butter and Cupcake by Terry Border. One of the things you can do at home after you read a great book like this is make a graphic organizer. In first grade, one of the graphic organizers I know that we make a lot in reading class is called a story map. Here's an example of a story map. When you use a story map, you can just take a piece of paper and a pencil that you have on hand at home and write down all of the characters that you find in the story, where the setting happens, the problem that happens in the story, and then the solution. And my family and I did that with our story Peanut Butter Cupcake.
Miss C here with some tips on how to visualize when you read. What does it mean to visualize? You create a story or a movie in your mind of pictures as you hear words and clues from what's being read or what you're listening to. If I were to say the word shark, ask yourself, what visual image do I see in my mind? What is my brain telling me that I know about sharks, and what picture comes to mind? It might be something like Lily Williams from the book If Sharks Disappeared. Or it might be something a little less scary like this. Ow, I'm a shark.
Hi first grade, this is Mary Catherine Fleming from Hunters Bend Elementary. I hope that when you're reading those books, you are making predictions about what you're reading, you are asking questions about what you're reading, you are visualizing if there's not a picture available, and you are making connections maybe with the main character of the book, and you are also summarizing at the end after you've read a book. What did you read?
Hey first graders, this is Mrs. Beavers from Heritage Elementary School, and I'm coming at you with a tip after reading a book that you can do. So choose any book that you've read at home, and then you're going to draw the characters out. And after you finish drawing the characters, then you can go to someone and retell the story to them using the characters. And so you can retell it to a family member or retell it to a stuffed animal, but this really helps to see if you have remembered the story and what you read.
Hi first graders, it's Mrs. Howe, and I want to give a special shout out to my first graders at Hillsborough. I want to encourage you to continue to read every day while at home. Try for at least 20 minutes, if not more. And when you're finished reading, have a conversation about the story with an adult. One way to do this is by getting a dice and 6 questions like mine. Roll the dice, and whatever number it lands on, that's the question that you answer.
Hi, this is Mrs. Rogers, first grade teacher at Jordan Elementary School, with a reading tip. While we're out, an important thing to practice is your fluency as you read. A great way to practice this is download an app onto your iPhone or an iPad that can record your voice. While you read, record your voice, and when you're done, listen to it back. Were you fluent? Did you pause? Did you read with expression? Did you follow the punctuation? It's a great way to improve your reading.
Hi Cardinals, love and miss you. This is Caeley Petrus here, first grade teacher at Kenrose Elementary School. I want to give you some fun ways to practice and review all your sight words. One way you can practice your sight words is by writing them on a piece of paper or printing them off and put it on the wall somewhere in your house, either outside or inside. Then a parent can say the word and you need to try to find it and throw a ball at it.
The word is question.
Where is the word question? After you have found the word, you can make it more difficult by putting it in a sentence. Question. If you have a question for one of your teachers about the resources, you should email them. Another way you can practice your sight words is by playing memory. Just make sure you write the word on the back of 2 different cards, then put them down and mix them all up.
Hey first graders, it's Mrs. Carroll here from Lipscomb Elementary School. I want to talk to you about one of my favorite reading tools. It's awesome. Post-it notes. If you have some of these at home, you can put them to good use. I like to use them when I'm reading nonfiction books, and I have one here. Before I start reading a nonfiction book like this frog life cycle, I might write about what I know about frogs and their life cycle already, and I could jot that down on a post-it note and just stick it on the cover. Inside, I could write down facts about frogs on my post-it notes. I could write down questions with a little Q in a circle, and if I find the answer to my question, I can write it underneath. I can also write things I wonder about and things I'd like to know about and find more information about. And of course, at the end, I can write what I have learned.
Hey friends, it's Mrs. Casey from Longview Elementary. I wanted to give you a few reading strategies you can use while you're reading your books at home. I want you to try to identify the main idea and key details of the story. Also try to find examples of cause and effect and problem and solution. And don't forget to ask and answer questions before, during, and after you read your story. But most importantly, have fun reading. Enjoy lots of different types of books, different genres, and have fun with your family.
Hi first grade, my name is Miss Gilmore and I teach at Mill Creek Elementary School, and I wanted to come and tell you guys about a reading skill, review a reading skill with you guys that we learned this year. So we've talked about fiction books and nonfiction books. Remember, fiction books are stories that are made up. So they don't give us facts, they're just books that we read for fun with made up characters and made up stories. So this week, I want you to find a fiction book that you like or that you would like to read. It can be a book from your house, or it can be a book on Epic or online. And I want you to retell the story to someone in your house after you finish reading it.
Hey amazing first graders, this is Susan Poe from Nolensville Elementary. I hope you are finding time each day to read some great literature. I want to share with you an important reading strategy called making predictions. Before you read a book, it could be a great idea to play detective by using clues to predict or guess what the story will be about. You could use clues from the book's cover, such as the title, author, or artwork, Or you could quickly flip through the book and look at the illustrations. Then you could draw a magnifying glass to help record your clues and write a sentence or two at the top to tell about your predictions before you read. After you've read the book, you could write a sentence or two on the bottom and tell what the story was really about.
Miss White here from Perry Creek, giving a shout out to my first graders. Hope y'all are reading every day, sticking with that 25 book challenge. Just practice reading to anybody and everybody in your house, even your stuffed animals, your pets, anybody.
Hey y'all, this is Miss Caster from Sunset. I'm going to teach you guys how to play a sight word game that I call Boo. I took some construction paper and cut it up into rectangles, and on each rectangle I wrote a sight word. You could also use index cards or printer paper or popsicle sticks. I picked some of the harder ones that might be a little bit more tricky to help me practice even more, like should or laugh. And then on about 4 or 5 cards, I wrote the word boom. A boom means when you draw it from the pile that you lose all of your cards. And you want to keep as many cards as you can, because at the end, whoever has the most cards wins.
This is Mrs. Heredia from Trinity. Do you know how to write a high five sentence? A high five sentence has 5 important things. Number 1, start your sentence with a capital letter. Number 2, make sure your sentence has a naming part. Number 3, make sure your sentence has an action part. Number 4, make sure your sentence has a punctuation mark at the end. And number 5, read your sentence over and see if it makes sense. If you have all those things, give your sentence a high five, because you did a great job, friend.
Hi everyone, it's Miss Haley from Crockett, here to share a reading tip from your Learning Resources 2020. After you click on the app, scroll down to where it says reading, and then you'll see a link that's to Storyline Online. After you click on the link, you're going to see tons of great books read to you by celebrities. Don't forget to turn on closed captioning so you can read along.
Hi, Williamson County and Bethesda Dragons. I wanted to give you a quick tip on what you can do that would be fun for writing. You can find a pen pal and you can write to them, and then when they write back, you can answer their questions, and they can answer your questions, and you can write back and forth, and that could go on all summer. You could have more than one. So think about writing a letter to someone you haven't talked to in a while or seen in a while, or someone you don't even know that you can get an address for. You can write to soldiers overseas. They would love to get letters from you. So that's a fun writing thing that you could do over the summer and starting now.
First graders, I have a fun way that you can practice your sight words. All you need is a cookie sheet and some sugar. Have someone call out your sight words to you. You can practice writing them in the sugar. Afterwards, you can write a silly story. Then FaceTime a friend and share the story with them. Have fun!
And don't forget to eat the sugar when you're done.